How's it going, ScrubGamers? Welcome back to another video here at ScrubGames, and today I've got something a little bit different than I normally do, and it's a bit of gameplay, but this time it isn't webcam. It is in person because I finally got a stand to take it to my locals for when I go down for casual games on Thursdays and my locals on Fridays to kind of record some gameplay to get that in as well. Because with set two, I'm really hyped to try out some set two decks, and it's more interesting to play. Well, it's better. It's better to see when playing in person because you got to play a little bit differently. And this is a game that I had from last week. Unfortunately, my locals were doing a starter deck tournament for a normal local day, and I just wasn't interested because I wanted to test out set two because we've got planetary qualifiers coming up. We've got new store showdowns coming up at some point, and we got some big events at the end of August as well, and want to kind of practice and test some set two stuff. So for this one, I thought I'd test out some decks, and wanted to test out first one being Palpatine with a few of the set two cards. And I'm against my buddy Olmo from locals, very very great player, lovely guy, and he decided to test out his Han Solo with some new set two cards in as well. So as you can see, I'm going with Emperor Palpatine with the chopper base because I had my Jabba's Palace in a different deck, and Olmo is going in with Han with the green base. Echo base. So we're both playing green yellow. Just I'm playing the dark side, he's playing the light side, so I got a thematic there. And I go off with I can't remember what my hand was because it's a few days ago, but I do like the turn one play of going with the little spaceship. That's a patrol and viewing because it's nice because it lets you draw a card, help you dig through your deck to kind of find the cards you're after, like kind of ramp cards or some the ramp and some other tech cards as well. And also just this great thing to do turn one. It's a great target for like Palpatine to just pop, put some damage on something, and then draw a card. Olmo basically not counters that, but then brings up for his turn one player being a Battlefield Marine, being a nice beefy attacker, two cost free, and basically pass there. And for the second turn, first action we're going to do is just go ahead and swing in with our units, basically not play anything just in case whatever person was playing, and then go ahead and get some damage in. And for the second two, that's where we do our ramp. But I drop down my super laser technician and to get my ramp because I don't think I had my resupply, but I had my super laser tech, and Olmo had his resupply. So we both had like our ramp cards, and that was it. Which is we swung, did our ramp cards, and nothing else we could do. So basically, just take initiative and he passes. And first thing I'm going to do is, just in case he does have traitorous, I'm just straight up, first of all, swing with Super Laser Technician to put some damage on the Battlefield Ring. So it means I can then chip damage it by sacrificing the ship later. And that gets into my resources. I got 5 for the turn ready to use, just like he had 5 ready for the start. He just goes ahead and just swings extra to the base, going with Battlefield Ring, make use of it, swing to base before losing it. And then I go ahead and play out Colonel Yularen, get a bit of heal, because I love Colonel Yularen, even though like the hyperspace on screen now doesn't say about like it includes itself, but it does include itself when you play any green card. The majority of my deck is green. Like the yellow cards, normally yellow cards to kind of push through, kind of like more like events and stuff to kind of push through like some great effects. Whereas most of the units are green to kind of like go in with Yularen, giving a nice bit of healing. So I got Yularen down so I can start like healing up often as well, which is quite nice. And I'm trying to save energy open because if you notice, he used his hands effect. They kind of temporary ramp a resource. So now he's got 6 resources, and you can deploy hand now. So I'm trying to set up basically holding off to make sure that I don't he doesn't do anything I don't like and trying to stop me because he's hand he can do quite a bit. And now even though he's made use of some of his resources, paid 4 to go ahead and play Bright Hope to get back the Alpha Marine before it's taken out, so he can kind of play it back down again. And then since he's got no answer deployed hand yet, I don't think I have at this point No Good to Me Dead. So I go ahead and put down the Emperor's Royal Guard to get like the protect Yularen to keep him on board and protect my base from too much attacks, get a bit of healing, and also have a Sentinel on board because I have a official being Yularen. So I've got an extra 1 health thanks to having Palpatine as a leader, and also he's got Sentinel thanks to having Yularen on board. So he goes ahead and drops hand, swings into it, so he takes 3 damage back. So he's like, if I take the initiative, I can just take it out straight away. Just swing at the very least, swing my what's it called? my Sentinel, Emperor's Royal Guard, into hand to take him out, and he getting that third resources from hand attacking. He then plays out tech because means he could smuggle a lot. So for this turn, he's going to charge up to 6, but then charge up to 8, but then I have to sack off 2 of its resources, and I can potentially just take out Han with 1 swing thanks to Emperor's Royal Guard, because Han only has 6 health. But now he's got tech out, so he can smuggle stuff from his resources, and one of them he can potentially do is one that I'm not looking forward to him potentially dropping, being like DJ, because he's got tech on the board. So that's going to hold out with me deploying Palpatine, as well as basically making use of his energy instead. Well, making use of his energy and not really using much hand. So I decided to go ahead first off with Obi-Wan Barrage, rather than just basically swinging Kamikaze the guard into his leader. I rather boost up, so now my leader, my Sentinel is now a 5-7, I think it is. Yeah, 5-7. So I can spare 5 damage. So I put 3 on hand to take him out and 2 more on tech. So now if he attacks with tech, he's going to be taken out by the guard. And then tech has a bit of damage on, so when I do eventually deploy Palpatine, I can take it. So it's a nice little benefit there. And I've got 1 energy open still, so I can then put more damage on, because I can even technically take out tech, because I can use Palpatine's effect to pay 1, pop my spaceship, and put another damage on tech, and then attack into it, taking out with Yularen while also Yularen surviving, because tech only does 2 while Yularen has 3 health. So here we go. He deploys out DJ using 5 resources, because even though DJ has a smuggle cost already, being 7 and double yellow, tech gives him a new smuggle cost, being 5 and 1 yellow. So he decides to use that smuggle cost to get smuggle out and try to take my resources, but straight away I'm going to swing into DJ and take him out with my Royal Guard because he's 5 power and get my resource back. So, and one thing we didn't notice that I didn't notice until after is he kind of puts DJ back into his resource, and when he should be resource from the top of his deck, and then as well as that, having DJ in the drop, puts back in his resource, which didn't realize, but then it doesn't matter because DJ doesn't get played. Spoiler for the rest of the game, or at least that DJ anyway. So here, just like I said, I did the exact thing that I was going to set about, where I pop my spaceship to deal 1 extra damage to tech, so he's now got 2 health left, and then took it out with Yularen to take out tech off the board. So Yularen's still there, so I can still get some healing when I play green cards, and I didn't lose a resource. I can now, I think maybe? No, I still got 1. I'm still 1 resource off deploying Palpatine. Han Solo's already deployed, so I don't have to worry about his leader coming down, but he still got his leader's effect to kind of temporary ramp if he needs. And we're both going to 7 resources because we've both ramped once. And Olmo has the initiative, so he's going to go ahead and play out a card. And I think it is, there we go, the Yuri reinforcement. So this is going to go ahead and get some cards out, so you can potentially get 3 cards over here. Now this is a little bit behind now because he's then swarming the board, but still haven't paid any resources. That's his entire resource amount done to play out some cards. And I still got all my 7, so I can potentially play things like Vader, Maul, and stuff like that. I can play very few. I can even play some small ones. I can even ramp as well, because remember there's still things like Super Laser Attack and Resupply that I can potentially use to kind of ramp up, or even command if I do draw my 1 copy. So I think he's just going through what he's going to go ahead and play, because he's got, I think, a fair few options, and also which way he's going to deploy him, because how it works with it is you can deploy him and get some certain effects off, like trigger some before you fully deal with the other ones. But we're going to see, because I can't exactly remember, because as I said, it was a couple of days ago when we recorded this, and just getting it set up. But I think he does go for dropping 3 units this phase, or from this effect. And as you can see, where I've nicely put my hand there, I've got 5 cards in hand, so decent hand size. Getting some draw from Palpatine, and also just making use of what I've got. And he's still got his Bright Hope just there, undamaged in the discard, in the Space Arena, sorry. I don't really have to worry about it. There's only doing 2 damage. I think I got a bit of heal with Yularen, and I can always heal up. So here we go. He's got his units out. So he's got to leave Maz Commander first. So while she's in play, whenever you play another unit, it gains an experience. He's got to play Battlefield Marine after, and then Tech. So that way, Maz Commander gains 2 experience because he's played Battlefield Marine and Tech after playing Maz Commander. So That's quite nice, quite good value. Puts another tech back on board, so tech is back out. Maz Commander comes in, and that was a free free, and then Battlefield Marines all free free. So pretty good value from that. Full free units, and also some pretty good ones as well. Like tech's hard to take out because of 5 health, only 2 power, but the other 2 are quite nice threats. And here I'm gonna just put some damage on tech because I can take control of something that has take hold of something that has damage on. And I've got the resupply in hand, so I'm going to resupply to go up to 8 so I can deploy Palpatine and take that tech and have it under my control. So I do sacrifice the Yularen because it was 1 away from dying anyway, and also as well as that it was so I could have done 2 damage to base, but I thought I'd rather do well, I should have done really 2 damage to base and then like ping off the Yularen to then draw a card and also put 1 damage on tech, but I had kind of like an idea of what I want to do because after taking tech, I can now smuggle in cards from my resources, and all my cards have a smuggle cost now. So I smuggle in one of my Ularans I did resource because I had 2 and he's unique. So now I'm able to use the last 4 resources to bring out Ularan to heal one for my base and have a brand new Ularan out. So now I can either swing for base or take out one of the units, and I think I'd rather go for taking out Maz Kanata here. I think I do, because Maz Kanata can keep getting stronger and stronger, whereas Battlefield Marine doesn't. But no, I take out the Battlefield Marine. I don't know why I should take out the Maz Kanata, because they're both same power, and Maz Kanata can get stronger and stronger the more things he plays. So I'm not sure what was going through my head when I did that, but at least I took out one of his units, and now Palpatine's on board. Still has 7 health now. The kind of worry here is that Han Solo. No, actually, no. Han Solo's not. For some reason, at this point, I was thinking Han Solo has a 7 power, but it doesn't. It's a 6/6. So I'm not worried. Like here, I think I'm worried about Han Solo coming down and taking out my Palpatine for 7 damage, but it's not. It's a 6/6. So I'm still out the range of that, which is nice. But I've still got his tech, so I can still ambush out some cards from my discard, and I think I'm on 9 resources as well. So I've got access to all my any card technically in my resources as well as my hand. And I've got Yularen, so if I play any green card, I get heal damage from base, and he's going to straight away play Leia first. I think if I want to put Leia up, yeah, there we go. There's Leia. And to tap down Palpatine, so now I can no longer attack and potentially pop something the draw card. And now Maz Kanata is a little bit stronger at 4/4. So I should have taken that out first. I don't know why I didn't. But here I'm going to go and drop Smuggle Invader. So a bit expensive because remember tech gives you the a small cost on your cards and it's +2 on its normal cost in normal aspects. So while Vader's normally 7, I'm playing out Vader for 9 from my resources, basically not using anything from hand and just keeping the same resources but then not using my hand to play something, so I got more options. And Vader's nice because he's going to look at the top 10 cards and grab a card, and what I'm looking for, which I did hit, which I wasn't happy for, is a Sentinel to kind of protect Palpatine, Tech, and Yularen. And because I played 2 green cards, I'm going to heal 2 damage from my base thanks to Yularen as well. And the nice thing about the Sentinel is that if it's attacked and takes damage but survives, it gains an extra experience for each time it does that. So if he attacks my Sentinel and doesn't take it out, I'm going to go ahead and make it stronger, so it's going to become a 4/4. And what's he going to do for his action after I take out his Maz Kanata is go ahead and use Spare the Target to get back his tech, which is a nice one that gets it tech back to his hand because it's his, so you can play it back out. But I'm going to take out Leia using Lauren, take 2 damage, but still Yularen to survive. And with a Sentinel on board, I'm not worried too much about Yularen being taken out. There's not much in the light side of green or yellow that can chip damage around. But he makes use of two of the resources to play Spark of Hope to get another resource back as well. So they basically turn that Leia got defeated into a resource. Swing for the space unit. I think at this point I'll claim because I've got nothing else to do after he just attacked. And I think he might resource. I think at this point he resources and drops another Battlefield Marine just to make use of playing it out that he's still got in hand, and just put some things on board because currently he's got 1 thing in space, which is a 2/6, which is not doing too much damage. While I've got Yularen, Vader, Palpatine, and my Sentinel all with a fair bit of damage. I can start now. Now I've controlled the board, I can go ahead and start pushing damage to base. So that's exactly what I thought he did. What I remember he did, which is use your hands effect to kind of resource and then play out Battlefield Marine. Now, what I'm trying to be wary of, like less now than I was at the beginning, is like DJ coming down, because Han's got a great way to like utilize DJ's effect, where you can use DJ to smell that DJ, and then steal on your opponent's resources. Then use Hand's effect to kind of like gain a resource temporarily, and at the end of the turn, when you have to sack off a resource, you sack off your opponent's resource that they didn't get back, which is just very, very nice to have, because that way you keep your ramp that was before temporary, and you don't lose anything. So when DJ's removed from the board, you don't give a resource back because you've already defeated it, and you keep your resources because you defeated your opponent's one that you took instead. Like, it has a really nice kind of a play with Han, and a very nice legendary to go with Han as well. Like, works probably best with Han than it does with any other one. But right now we're just setting up, and first thing I'm gonna do, jump the gun before before Almost figured out if he's gonna resource yet. So I think he's still figuring out if he wants resource, but I jump the gun, just going, I'm gonna take out Battlefield Marine with Vader, because I don't want to take too much. I probably could have just done it with I think, yeah, I could have just done that with Palp, but then it would make Palp like close to death, where he's got a lot of bulk on him now. But then I can potentially, without a Vader on board, I can play another Vader. And now Fraser's actually just going to swing with the space unit, so I'm going to swing with my Sentinel before it gets taken out, potentially with an ambush. Because it's always nice to swing your Sentinels, that way you've made use of them before they're taken out, because if they get ambushed and taken out, you're going to basically lose out on attack. Down comes another Ewing reinforcement. Now, I can't remember if he got the full. I think there was one where he didn't get the best value out of, but I can't remember if he got a very good amount of value on this one. So we're gonna have a look and see. I think he's gonna have a look through, kind of think about it, because you got to kind of think like what you're gonna bring out, especially since we're at that game. And here I forget that he's already attacked with the space unit, so I'm like, I'm forgetting that he's already attacked with it. So I go to restand it, saying like, you still got this to restand, and he's like, no, I've already attacked with it. Just went, oh yeah, almost letting him have a second attack. I think he does joke saying, if you want me to restand it, you can have attack, which I don't mind, because it's not like devastating at the moment, because I've only taken 11 damage from my base, so I've still got a good 19 damage, 19 health left on it. And with Yularen, every time I play a green card or green unit, I'm healing from base. So like Yularen putting in work to get that healing going, which is great. And I think at this point I have 10 resources. So we've both got 10 resources. He's just used 7 for his Ewing reinforcement, just figuring out what he's going to play out. And there's a lot of stuff I can go for. And I think he's only taken, 6 damage to his base. I think that's it. I think he's just taken 6 damage. That's it. Because he's taken, 1.1 from when I had the space unit in the beginning. I think 2 maybe from your line at one point, or from tech, and then 3 just now from my Sentinels. He's only taken, when he swung 6 damage at his base, where he swung a fair bit at mine, but I've healed off a good chunk of it. Like, I've healed off, 2 Yularians, maybe 2, the Vader and the Sentinel, and also the Every Sentinel. I think it's heal off 5 damage from base. So here we go. He's I can't remember how. Yeah, I think he's, there we go. He's gonna replace a spaceship with another spaceship. So he's playing out Maz Kanata, so Maz Kanata comes down. Playing Leia after, so he can rest down Palpatine so it can't swing, and then basically gaining experience on Maz Kanata. Then playing out a new Bright Hope, because I didn't think he had anything else that could brought out, to then bounce back to Leia, so he can technically use it again if he wants to, and draw a card as well to see more cards, and then give another experience token to Maz Kanata. So Maz Kanata comes in as a 3/3, and yeah, space unit stays the same, and he's got taps down my Palpatine, so I can't swing, pop something to kind of draw a card, or to swing 4 damage with it, and yeah, gets out some pretty nice boards. So he can make use of Leia. He's got Leia again, kind of tap down Palpatine to Sonic as well. So for my next action, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw down a Vader, look at the top 10 and try and see what I want to get. I think I had some nice options on top, but I'm thinking, what do I want to go for? Because I've got nothing in the Space Arena, but then that card's a Sentinel, and I want to wait for my bigger ships before going to the Space Arena, so I can take out and have bigger things there. And normally, if I'm seeing this, I can get another Sentinel for my ground arena, which if I wanted to, I don't think but the normal types I want to see are either two. I think I either saw Crumb or Motti, but didn't have both. So I didn't want to. I want to only grab both because I'm making sure I'm getting the full use of it. So I decided to go for a free drop, and there was not a even if there was a what's it called? Super Laser Technician. I wouldn't be able to pop it that same turn, so I decided to go for put a space unit, and then with a shield, because at least that way it's protected, and if he does swing into it, I can take out his Bright Hope. So I go ahead and get some swings to base. He drops tech, I drop General Veers, so now all my things are a little bit stronger and can take out, do a lot more damage. Like my Sentinel's now a 4/4, Vader's now a 6/8, Yalarn is now a 3/4, and my Palp is currently a 5/11, which is a good amount of damage. And we're still charging as well, because there's more things we get out, more kind of players, and I think maybe this might be the last turn. He's got tech out. I think I've claimed the initiative. I think I've claimed the initiative. I can't remember if he claimed, because I think we might have at one point left it on the like a initiative token on the on my side. Sometimes we move it over, so if you forget. But shout out to Johnny for making the Johnny from the Discord, Johnny Septum, making the initiative token, because I had my one from the acrylic counter things, and I lost it once. Managed to get it back because I had the locals and someone else picked it up that I played against. They realized and gave it back, and then straight after I got it back, I lost it again. And at least this way I cannot lose it. Not only has it got my channel name on the one side, it's got a QR code to basically link you to my Discord on the other side, which usually when we're both playing with an energy marker using our own ones, I normally just flip mine over to say, like, this side is when they got initiative, the other side is when I don't have it, so you can kind of use the QR code when I have the initiative, and then when I have the initiative, I got it on this side, so is that I have the initiative. But in this case, we're just using my marker, so it doesn't get flipped over. So here, like, we're playing a little bit slower now because he's got tech, so you can smug out anything, and he's got a lot of resources, a lot of options. We've got like kind of check to make sure he's the right play. We've got player time because it's just a casual game, because we're just testing out some set 2 decks. But at the moment, we've both got one unit in Space Arena. Like, he can attack my base with the Bright Hope. I can attack only his unit because it's got a Sentinel. But then I got a shield, so I can get swing once, be protected, swing again, and take it out, but I'll lose my unit. And he's got tech on the ground arena. No protection for it, so I can attack, swing into it, take it out. So first thing I'm going to do is attack with it, and I think I'm going to want to just take it out. No, I'm going to take hold of it. So I'm going to use my change of heart to take it, so I can start smuggling some stuff. So I think I've got at least a 3 cost. I think I've at least got a Super Laser Technician in my resources. So I think the whole point was to take it, bring out, like, smuggle out Super Laser Tech, and then swing and pop the tech to with Palpatine. But straight away, after I change a fire, he spares the target back, but at least it's cost me 6 resources to do that. But it's cost him 3 to get it back. But at least that's used up some resources for less plays, and he has to play back out tech if he wants to use it again, which is once again another 3 resources. He's got not many options to kind of smuggle stuff in. And while he does have 8 resources, he could technically go tech and then DJ. It's not too big of a problem now, because since he's like doing like, it's a niche thing to take one of my resources, but I'm only it's taking up all his resources to do it, and then I'm not really worried about losing 1 resource. And at the moment, I've got quite a huge board, so he swung with his base unit. I've swung with Palpatine as base, and I think at this point now, I think he might have taken 13 damage maybe. So he's taking a bit more. And here, he drops out his big spaceship. Now, this is something that's a bit of a problem because he can heal, but I think he's going to just add a card to hand. And I don't need to worry about, I'm just going to swing all the rest of his base, because no worry about taking out if I can just get him down to, so like any attacks lethal, unless he puts a Sentinel in the space. Yeah, he's going to take the initiative. So now I'm just going to swing all of this into base, because it's going to take at least 2 attacks to take out his unit, and I'm not too worried about his unit. So here I can swing 6 with Vader, 4, yeah, I think 12 in total there, because it's 3 with Yularen, 3 with Veers, and then 6 with Vader. But in fact, I could get 12 damage. I think that puts him down to having, I think that puts him down to having 1 less. And here I'm going to finish it off in the same turn, going sneak attack into multi to put that 1 last damage in and finish the game. So that is game 1. I managed to take it, finish off for exactly 30 damage, thanks to sneak attacking multi. And yeah, exact damage. That was quite fun there. So we're going to shuffle up and get ready for game 2. I think even maybe side some cards in to kind of test with our sideboards as well. So let's have a look at game 2. So here we have game 2. And yeah, I managed to take the win for the first one. And this time we have Olmo going first. So starts off with a Spark of Rebellion. So look at my hand, rip a card for hand. Now this is annoying because I had exactly the Super Laser Tank and Sneak Attack combo, so I could turn 1 Sneak Attack out the Super Laser Technician and attack with it, and then in the turn ramp. So I go into turn 3 or turn 2 with 4 resources. But unfortunately, Bruce Arm as the option, and the other things I have were No Good to Be Dead and also Traitorous. So cards that aren't useful, like Sneak Attack isn't useful without a target, namely the perfect target I had, and Traitorous I can't play out resource for it, and No Good to Be Dead's like a card I'm waiting to hold off for until he has Han Solo deployed. So I take the initiative because I've got nothing to do, so I can go first. I straight up play the 7th Legion, just the only unit I've got in my hand, and what only unit I've got. And he once again goes for a second Spark Rebellion, and this time hits the Traitorous. Here I was scared he's going to hit the No Good to Be Dead because of the fact that it's there for. So as soon as he deploys the hand, I'm just going to lock it down, and that could be a problem. Whereas Sneak Attack, I get to take something, but I guess he doesn't want me to take his like tech and stuff using Traitorous, because he can play out tech and I could just Traitorous and take it back, and that's not something he probably wants me to do. And uses his last resource, he goes in with play out Mass Commander, because anything he plays out, any unit he plays out is going to make it stronger, and that's something I want to keep on board. And here I could always pop something to kill it with Palp, but then I don't want to lose my shielded unit, so I'm going to play out my Patron V-Wing first, to kind of have fodder for Palp's effect, and also draw a card, which is really nice. Now, the thing is, you can play a unit here, and then make it stronger so it's out the range, but I can still pop it and put some damage on it, because that way I can take it, and then if he makes it stronger for me, I can take that and make it stronger and keep it on my side. So here, he's going to play out his Bright Hope. He doesn't have to bounce back Mass Canals if he doesn't want to, but he's going to pop it back anyway to draw a card, get more options, and I'm going to just pop my V-Wing to put damage on it, so at least got something on the board that's damaged, so that way I can steal the Palp later, because I don't have to worry about attacking to it, I just leave it there. And unless he was attacking to my unit, which then if he does, I'm going to just swing and take it out. I can just take the small bits of damage it can take out, and then have something always there for me to take out, for me to like swipe. So we're both going to our turn 4 with 5 resources. Drawing a fair few cards, because I've managed to draw at least two cards in the last turn, being like Patron V-Wing, place it in hand, and then Palpatine to draw another card, so I've gained a +1 technically. And almost got the initiative, so he's just picking a resource, because now he's got the point where he can use Hand's effect to kind of ramp a resource and then deploy himself, because he got 6 resources. So he's first of all playing Maz Kanana to get on board, so when he plays, because even leader's technically played now due to the rules update, so I can give it experience. I'm just going to play out another Patron V-Wing, draw more cards, make use of it, and have fodder. So if he doesn't play anything, I'm going to pop Maz Kanana, and he pays another 3 for a Ezra. So he gets out an Ezra, which is a unit I don't want him to keep there, but I can't really do anything now, because I don't have the resource to play like a Traitorous if I have one. And instead of going for just a ping damage on home, like the home one again, I put on Muscan to spread it out so I can have more options of what I want to take. And here I'm just going to swing my spaceship into his spaceship to put some more damage on it, because now it's 2 away from being taken out, which I could have put more damage out 1 away, so I can finish off with Palp and something. But I just go and swing into it, because if I spread the damage out, I have more options when taking something. And now he can deploy Han, which he's going to do. And there we go, I've got the No Good to Be Dead, which he knows I've got, to make sure it's locked down, so I can say, you're not attacking with it and getting more resources. I'm going to lock that on for 2 turns. So, well, he can deploy his leader early. He's not made any much use of it, because he can pay 2 to play out something if he wants to. And technically giving it another experience to Maz Kanata. But then he's just going to take the initiative, and Han's still locked down for a turn, so he's still not used to it. So you can resource, but then he has to sack off 1 still from Han's effect. So he's still going into his turn for 6 resources and can't ramp. And I'm going to 6 resources as well, and a little bit away from dropping Palp. So not as the great start. I've not really got anything for the Granary. He started like deploying some good things. Like he's got Maz Kanata being a nice one to kind of hit hard, and he's got Ezra as well, who can then place him on top of his deck as long as he's got a resource for it. So some pretty good units on board, whereas I'm kind of lacking. I'm just drawing, going through, and my hand was quite like extra heavy. But he's not been doing too much damage, so I'm like not that really. I'm not really like scared of like how much damage is on the board. So first thing to do is swing in my base with unit, just because I take it out with my space unit, and then because he's gonna swing with Ezra, I'm gonna go ahead and take a bit. Use my traitorist and I drew my second one to just take it, and that's an extra unit off his board because I can always swing it to his space unit at any point. And this way I could attack and kind of see what I'm going to get if I want to discard it, potentially play it, which unless it's Crumb I can't play it, and then also, or even discard it if I don't like it. So I've got the units I can attack him with, but remember he's still got those spare the bounty to kind of bounce back to his hand, make me pace like 5 where he pays 3 to get it back, and it play it back out again. But I don't think he has that, which is unfortunate. He's going to swing more damage to base. Once again, not to worry because he's only done 8 damage, and I've got a heal with Yularen and Crumb. So I'm not too worried about taking too much damage to base. It's only minimal damage as long as I control the board, get to a point where I can deploy Palp, and then overwhelm from there. So swung with Maz Kanata, I take it out. I can't remember what it was. I saw the top card of the deck, but I decided to keep it there because I don't want to really discard it because I think it could have been useful. I can't remember what it was exactly. So he's going to pay 3 resources to pay out tech, and now this is a problem because now tech's out. I want to take it out because I am 2 resources away from deploying Palp, so I'm currently at 6. And if he's got a DJ, he can play it for 5, take it, and I haven't got much to kind of take it out. Like even if he takes my resource, put it down to 6, and I can't even Vader to take it out, and that means I'm further away from Palp, and yeah, not in the best situation. So he's going to go and use a smuggle from tech to smuggle out R2D2. Fulfill the smuggle first, putting the card on top of his, from his top of his deck to his resource, and then trigger R2D2 to look at top card if he wants to keep it on top deck or bottom deck it. And here he just bottom decks it. So I can take initiative now and then potentially take out tech before he can potentially DJ. So, but he's also got Han able to untap next as well. So I've got to kind of take out tech and also stop Han because if he DJs. Now, if he does DJ, he can take a resource of mine, but if I can stop Han, he can't just sack off my resource and keep his resource, which is one thing I kind of don't want to happen. So we're both going in 7. I've got the initiative, but I want to try and see what he wants to do first, because if he swings with Han, then I can potentially focus on taking out tech. If he doesn't Han and does something else, like DJ, then I can just kind of like stop Han to make sure he can't kill my resource. So I'm going to swing at his base, kind of see what I've got on top of the deck. Because I think at this point, if I do find a Vader, because I don't think I had a Vader, but if I do find a Vader, I could drop it down, take out tech, and then there we go, we're good, and potentially get a Sentinel, and then start being in a better position then, because he can't DJ out, and he can DJ out, but he can't DJ out because it's too many resources, or it's too costly without tech, and then he could get a second one. But here we go. I can go off the top get. So Yularen, I was debating if I play Yularen for 2, give me like 2 less resources, but make use of it and give him a bit of heal because he can start hitting my base a lot harder now. Doing this to a point where I'm taking more damage. So I decided, I'm going to pay to get out Yularen because it could be beneficial. And I've got the No Good to Me Dead to lock the hand. But then now I'm thinking, what's he going to do if he swings with Han? Then I just don't bother with No Good to Me Dead and play something else. If he does swing with Han, but if he doesn't swing with hand, I can no good with it. And luckily, he uses R2D2 to kind of look, see what he's potentially resourcing from the top of his deck and doing 1 damage to base, kind of replacing the one that I healed with Yularen. And I go straight away, I'm going to, okay, make use of it. No good me dead to Han, because I've got 3 resources left after, and if he DJs, I have 1, or I have 2. And stop Han, at least that's another 2 turns that Han is kind of locked out. So here we're just going to see what he's going to do. I think at this point he DJs, because now I'm at low resources. I've only got 3 left. No more swings on board, but everything's rested. I'm going to turn away from deploying Palp, and if he DJs, he can take one of my active resources and leave me with 2, which I can't really do much to take out DJ with just 2. But at least he can't use Hand's effect to kind of force himself to kill a resource and kill off mine, because there's no lockdown. It's locked down for this turn and next turn as well. So here he deploys the he's going to deploy DJ and take my resource. Now he's got an extra. He's still got 3 resources to use. He's placed on top of his deck as well, and I've only got 2. So I'm now 2 turns away from dropping Pout, which annoyingly set me back a little bit. But I've still got 2 resources to use, so I'm going to make use of that. And I think I was debating what I want to play, but here I just go for Crumb, because Crumb's going to heal 1, and because he's a green card, Yara's going to heal 1 from the base as well, so I heal 2 from that. And he's still got resources. He's got 3 resources to kind of play some more things out. He's got more things aboard, but at least Hand's locked down, so he can't kind of kill my resource. So I've still got a chance to get it back before Hand can potentially kill it. So that's a nice benefit there. So now I think he's just going to swing base, put that 2 damage back on my base, and I'm just going to take initiative because I've got nothing else to do. I've only got one resource play, which is Crumb, and I already have 1 on board. So I kind of don't want to. I don't really want to play out a second one and lose 1 already. I don't think I even had a second one. So here I'm just going to take initiative. I think he's just going to pass. And here we're going to see what I can do. So I'm still a turn away from dropping Palp. He's got a resource, but if I can take out DJ, then I can go ahead and get my resource back and then deploy Palp. But then if I want to deploy Palp, I've got to put some damage on some stuff. So I've got 7 resources. Once again, I can deploy things like Vader and get stuff out. But I've got to also not only take out DJ, but take out Tech as well, because that's a problem, him being able to smuggle out anything from his resources. And also take out Han as well. This is locked down, and I don't want to keep getting resources from top of his deck, just having more options. So you get out of the way. So I've got problems here where he's got a lot of things I've got to take out, especially DJ, to get that resource back. And also, I'm still out of the way of deploying Palper and getting hold off from my resources. So, just gonna see what he wants to do, because I can't remember exactly what he did. So I think I've got the initiative, so I've got the first play, and I think I'm just gonna swing with Ezra before he gets killed. And I kind of want to make use of the top card of the deck, because if once again if there's a Vader, I can deploy it. But I think in this case it was the Reinforcement Walker, which is like 1 resource off dropping that. And potentially getting some more cards. So I'll just keep it there because it's still a good card. And he's going to make use of DJ, get a swing in for free before it gets taken out. And here I'm just going to use Crumb to kind of ping some damage first and put it on hand so I can kind of finish it off. Because I have 7 resources I can potentially Vader. And I can always play back out Crumb if I don't go Vader, just get more healing as well with Lauren. And basically doing that, like bring it out for heal and then ping, put it back, and they keep going out over and over again. Nice little cycle. So healing 2 every time with Yularen and taking 1 damage is pretty nice. So he's going to swing 2 more damage on the base, so like round up the damage with the little minimal bits he's got. So he's not doing too much to be like too scary, but it can like, accrue over time. And I've got some healing with Yularen. I kind of need to control this board and deal with everything we've got here. But also I need to put damage on stuff as well, because if I don't put damage on anything, I can't really make use of Palpatine. So I'm going to kind of put some damage on Tech, because that way if I can take out DJ, then I can go ahead and take Tech from him and make use of it myself. So Yularen's a little bit damaged, which you can finish off with R2 if he wants. But here he's going to pay 4 for a Bright Hope to kind of put something in the Space Arena and attack from that angle and get back the attack. And he's just realizing, he's probably going to make use of my resource to kind of use it up, so if I do get it back, it's then rested at the very least. So now I'm going to Vader, and now I've got the option, do I use Vader to take out DJ, but then I'm not going to make use of like Palp? And if I do, I can either take out DJ and be able to deploy Palp, but have nothing on damage apart from his leader to be able to like kind of swipe. Or take out hand so he doesn't have handless one again, and never a kind of card he has to kind of not kind of a never thing I don't have to worry about taking out his lead, so he doesn't have that free attack. So I'm going to take out Han, because there we go. Take out hand, that takes away his leader out the equation. So now if he wants to kind of temporary ramp and then kill off my resource, he has to hold out the whole next turn and also use a card in his hand to ramp as well. So yes, if I can take out DJ in that next turn, he's not going to have my resource to sack off instead of his. And not only do I have Vader on board and have like some more things on board now, I also have Sentinel to protect all my units from being attacked. And if he attacks into my Sentinel and doesn't kill it, it's going to get stronger as well. So I'm tapped out, but at least next turn I can resource and then finally bring out Palpatine. But I'm kind of like a little protected now, yeah, because if he wants to swing with R2, he has to swing into my Sentinel, and all it's going to do is make it stronger. Sure, you get the effect of R2, but R2 is going to take 3 damage back and be a damage unit I can take with Palpatine, and also my Sentinel is going to have 1 damage on it, but it also be stronger with an experience because it survived and has damage and was damaged. Well, was attacked and survived. So he's going to play Chewbacca to have Sentinel on his board, which is kind of put a problem with my plan, because if I want to get the DJ, I have to take out Chewbacca first. And that means potentially losing something like Vader, because Vader is Chewbacca can take out Vader, and I kind of don't want to lose Vader, but then I need to get through it. But then I can put some damage on Chewbacca, and then go ahead and take Chewbacca instead, because that'd be a damage unit. Put Palp, take it, and I've got another Sentinel to my arsenal to kind of use when that restands as well, so I can attack with it and restand if it survives the attack. So here I've got the initiative. He's got a good 10 resources, I think, before using Hand's effect. So he's got a fair few, and I've only got 8. Cause he's I think he's managed to ramp. I think he's managed to ramp more than me. I think he's managed to ramp, and also he has managed to take one of my resources as well. No, I think no, we haven't ramped both the same. Like I would have 9 as well. He didn't take mine, but so he's got 10. He's got one of mine, so technically he should be 9/9, but he's got one of mine, so it makes sense. So here, the first thing I'm going to do is play out. I don't really want to attack. I'm not sure what to do. I kind of want to, take out the kind of like get some more healing off. So he has to go to my base, but like make use one, like make use of an action to see what he's going to do first, because I kind of don't want him to then DJ out again if I take DJ and then use Hand's effect. So I'm going to play out Crumb to heal 2 damage from my base, 1 from Crumb from when it's played, and 1 for Yularen for playing a green card. So he's going to go ahead and pay 7. I think this is for a Han Solo, which is going to take out my Sentinel, which is a little bit of pain, but it means it's basically that's 7 resources used up, so I don't have to worry about potentially another tech bring out DJ and play again. So I think it's paid 7, but I think he's trying to figure out what he's going to play. But I think it is Han Solo in this case. They just come down, take out my Sentinel without taking damage back. Yeah, there we go. There's a Han Solo, takes out my Sentinel, and doesn't take any damage back. So now I'm just thinking what I want to do, because I could potentially put some damage on that hand and take it, but it's already been used. So I decided to kind of see what else he's going to do, get a bit more healing, put out another Sentinel, so now he can't just swing into anything else on my board and just take it out. And now if he does want to attack, he's attack into a Sentinel, which damages something, and then I can take it with Palp. So I kind of put in a position where if he wants to really do anything outside of swinging with his, I've got to swing into his Chewbacca. He's got to swing into my Sentinel, and I can get some chip damage on technically anything, and I'm going to use it. So I'm thinking if I swing with Ezra into Chewbacca, that's a good amount of damage. I want to keep whatever I take have not a lot of damage, just a little bit of damage. So that way, if I take it, I can still make good use of it. So I decided instead of swinging with Ezra into Chewbacca and then put a load of damage on Chewbacca, I'd rather do it to take it. So I decided to put 1 damage on using Palp's effect. It also gave me a card, use up 1 resource, and put 1 damage on it, so it's decent, so it's still healthy. But he decides to go ahead and kind of put it close to death by swinging into my Sentinel with his Sentinel, put a bit of damage on mine, put more damage on it so it's not as healthy. So if I do take it, I go ahead and take it, and it's just 1 swing away from dying. And here I'm just trying to make more plays to kind of see what he's going to do. So he wants to swing more things. If he wants to swing with either R2 or DJ, has to swing to my Sentinel again, which is going to put a fair bit of damage on him, and more options I can take. And even then, putting more damage on DJ means I can take out Yularen to kind of hold off. So what I'm going to do here is play Veers, and Veers is going to power up all my boards, both my not everything, because Crumb isn't an Imperial, but at least for Yularen, Vader, and my guard, they're all powered up at 1/1. So we're trying to like hold off actions before I can make it kind of trade into each other's Sentinel. But now he's used up his hands effect. So now, if I don't kill on that DJ, he is sacking off my resource, so I don't get it back, and he keeps his temporary ramp. So now I've got to get through Chewbacca, and then take out DJ before we go to the resupply phase. So I'm going to deploy Palp here and take Chewbacca, so very least get out of the way, take it out. And now he either can swing into it with R2D2 or DJ to take it out, or do an arrow thing to kind of remove it. I think he's here. I think he wants to play tech. Yeah, I think he wants to play tech, but then kind of realized that I could just take tech out straight away, because even Palpatine is now a 5/11 because of Veers, and Veers is not going to be taken out because it's protected from my having a Sentinel on board. Also, we just realized because the new kind of rule with when leaders are now played when they're deployed. So technically, playing a card means Yellow heals me never one for deploying Palpatine, and here he just swings DJ and Chewbacca to take it out, and still survive with a good amount like health. So now DJ is 2 health away, so I can just swing Yularen into it, which I think is what I'm gonna do. And as well as I'm gonna because Vader's 6 and almost damage, I'm gonna take out his hand because it's the strongest thing that can actually take it out in one hit. So take out his hand, so that's not a problem anymore on the board. So you can play another one, but at least it doesn't have that one on board. It just basically kill things without taking any damage back. And here he's realizing he's like, once again, if he can swing with R2D2, but if he does, he has to swing into my Royal Guard, and Royal Guard's now currently 4 power, so if he does, R2D2 is going to be taken out. So ideally, don't want to swing with R2. I think here he's going to use a Spark of Hope. Yeah, Spark of Hope to ramp up more. Make use of it. Like Han's died, and so has Han's been taken out. I can't remember if anything else has been taken out. I think it's just Han. So he's going to resource it to get more resources, more options. And in never action, but now I'm going to just take crash Yularen into DJ. To take it out and get my resource back, so he doesn't kill off my resource at the end of the turn. So now here we also have someone bumping the table to knock it to give like a little earthquake effect. And I think he claims here in the confusion. He claims, and I go ahead and take out R2D2 with my Palpatine because he's got 4 power now. Well, it's 4 power. Take it out, take the 1 damage back. So that way I've cleared his entire board and got my resource back before he sacks it off. So pretty good turn. Just took a little bit back and forth trying to kind of bait each other out like trade actions before doing things we kind of trying to play around having like options to kind of get around what we were trying to do, because I wanted to take out the DJ to get my resource back, and since he uses Han's effect that turn, I had to make sure that I had to take out DJ and take my resource back, because otherwise he's going to just sack off mine and I'll never get it back. So that way he keeps his resource that he ramped from Han, but then kills off mine so I don't get it back, which is the best benefit you could get. And I need to make sure that not only did I manage to do that, but take out his entire board. Now he always got is a space unit, which is only doing 2 damage. I've healed a fair bit off it thanks to Yularen and Crumb together. And currently I'm on 9 damage while I think we're both on 9 damage. I think that looks like 9 damage on his base and 9 on mine, so we're equal on damage. And he's got a good amount of resources because he's got a few more couples around him. So he's got 12 resources while I have 10. So I've still got a good amount. He's got a good amount, but then he doesn't have tech out yet to smuggle, so I get a benefit off that. Like he can DJ again, but then without tech, that's costing him 9 because there's a double cunning for its smuggle. And then I can just take it out and get my resource back, so I don't have to worry too much because I have a board set up, and I've at least, thanks to Veers, I have Palpatine here, who is swinging for 5. So Palpatine's swinging for 5, my guard's swinging for 4, Veers is 3, and then my Crumb is just mainly going to kind of just ping a damage on board and bounce it back to hand, so I can play him out again and get that healing. So here we go with a U-wing reinforcement. I can't remember if this is the first one for this game. I think it might be. No, it might be, I'm not sure. But it's got a U-wing reinforcement here, and I think this is the U-wing reinforcement where he kind of doesn't hit too much. Gets like a pretty bad showing because he's going to hit both Maz Commander and Admiral Akbar. So he's going to get the experience. He's going to play Maz first and then play Akbar after. so you can get the experience on Maz, and then use Akbar to finish off my Sentinel, because it only had 2 damage left on it. So he's got Maz down 2/2, and Akbar is at 1/4, but then he's used up 7 resources to play 4 resources worth of cards, so it's a feels bad moment, but at least he's taken out a unit from mine and kind of got some stuff out. It's not the best, but still it's something. And I can just still make sure I clear the board and just figure out how I'm going to go about it. So I'm going to play out the kind of dig through my deck a little bit more to kind of like find some cards I want, because I kind of want some of my space units to take out the space for itself and kind of push the finishing touches on the game. So I'm going to play out my Patrolling V-Wing to kind of draw a card and have something to pop with, well, mainly Patrolling V-Wings there, just to play out, put a card on board that I can sacrifice with Palp without worry, and also draw 1 card as well, so I can draw 1 with the V-Wing, and then swing with Palp, kill it, pop a damage on something, and also draw another card, just digging through my deck quicker. And he's going to get he's going to take out my Patrol V-Wing, and then I'm just going to Overwhelming Barrage, power up Palpatine, and just throw out 6 damage, 7 damage across the board, because Palpatine is boosted by Veers. And I think at this point I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to put on, and I try to change up a little bit, but I realize that Crom can go ahead and just ping damage, but only does damage to a ground unit, so I got to keep Maz on board. So do 1 less to Maz, so do 4 to Akbar, 1 to Maz, and then 2 to the space unit, and then use the Crom to kind of ping the last damage on Maz, so that would make 4 use of damage, and then play out my Sentinel to kind of keep Veers and my leader safe, and then swing a good old 10 damage to base, 3 with Veers and 7 with Palp. So I think at this point now, I think that's 3 increments of 6. I think he's on taking 17 damage. So he's getting closer and closer. I've got at least on board a good old 12 damage there. So I think that's not enough for game, but enough to push through. But I still got more things to play. I remember I play things like sneak attack, so I can always get some extra, like, finish off games quite nicely with that. So he's going to make use of his first action to just go ahead and swing with his Sentinel in space, and I'll do the same thing with my Sentinel on the ground. So he's not got much of a board, and it's getting close to being in death range now. I think I've got enough on board to kind of finish him off, because I think that's at least maybe 24. So I think he's getting close to dying, because I've got 7 damage here on base. And he just plays out on Ezra to kind of get something on board, kind of maybe distract me, and also if he does survive, that's something pretty nice with Ezra on board, so he can potentially play out something big from the top of his deck. So I'm going to just go more damage base, because I think at this point, like, I've cleared his board. He doesn't have much, so I might as well go ahead and swing his board. I think I put him down now, so he's got 4 health remaining on his board. Yeah, I think he's got 4 health remaining, so he's down to now 26 after Veers. So he puts out the Recruitment Walker to kind of heal, because if he doesn't heal now, I can just swing with Palpatine and win. So here he's looking at the top card of his deck, and this is where I get a bit confused, because he's looking at the top card of his deck, then he shows me as if he's going to play it. But you need to use this effect to heal, otherwise you're within game. But no, he's just showing me a card because he's a little bit confused by it, because the 2 options, one of them, the restanding one, says about Wookiee, so he's just asking if it does have to be a Wookiee unit to restand. So I let him know that it's not. You can restand any unit, just he's got more benefits if it's a Wookiee. So he gets rid of the card, so he can heal 3. I play out Crom to kind of heal no damage, and then he just takes the initiative. And now he's got the initiative. He's got nothing else to do to stop me from doing this. I'm going to just sneak attack out, bring out Devastator, kill his home one, which I didn't have to do because I can always push damage through base, and just kill it and then swing 10 damage to base, because sneak attack plays out the unit inactive. And I could have done the same thing with Reinforcement Walker as well, but I wanted to go with Devastator and kind of like smash through there, because that's maximum damage. So that is it. I managed to take both the games, which is quite nicely. And managed to take both games. Only got a few cards from set 2 in Palp, because I didn't feel there's too much I wanted to update with. I think I just updated with 2 Crom, Cheat out the cell block cards for the Phase 3 Dark Trooper, and then also put in. There's never, I think, one finalizer. I can't remember if I put in main or side, but I put in a finalizer as well. So not much need to upgrade Yellow Pulp. It's still good as it is, just a few upgrades. Because the Phase 3 Dark Trooper allows you to still have. It basically does the same stats as Cell Block Guard, same things. It's a free cost free with Sentinel, but it has a beneficial effect if it survives at battle. It gains an experience, so it can be stronger if it survives. So even better Sentinel. And also it's a green one, so unlike Cell Block Guard, it can be with Yularen to heal damage. So you want to play it with Yularen on board. It heals where Cell Block Guard can. And then Finalizer is nice just to help with whiteboards. If you get a lot of cards on board, you can kind of take your opponent's entire board with Finalizer, which is quite cool. And then Crumb, as long with Yularen, give you a good bit of heal and a little chip damage as well. They kind of go with Pulp, put damage on things that kind of make sure you've got stuff to kind of steal. So that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'll try and get more of these out, probably with a better angle, because the first one we tried out, it's the first one we're doing. We'll just sit down and play some games, and I didn't take too much time to kind of get the angle right, but I'll try and do better for the next one. So that's it. So thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.
Like a boss.